Hello everybody, welcome. I'm going to try an experiment today. You know it's always an experiment with me. And I am going to share it with you. For this project, I took all of my Martha Stewart Pearl paint and mixed them up. I've got 15 colors or so. Lights and darks and pastels and you name it. They're all the pearl paint. I've mixed those paints with 2 parts Floetrol and 1 part paint, 1 drop of hair serum, and I mixed those up really well. For these I went ahead, because I forgot, so I went ahead and went back in and put some Liquitex Iridescent Medium. Squirted just a squirt of that into each color, because I know it makes like metallics and stuff pop. So I went ahead and used that. Okay. So I'm just going to lay my colors out kind of randomly. Kind of, I don't know, picturing just splotches of color here and there. It's not a lot, but I have a lot of colors to work with, so I'm just kind of working with it. You know how I love a good experiment. I don't know, you probably can't see it on the video, because for some reason I can't seem to get my lighting correct. But these are very shimmery, these paints. Very, not metallic, just shimmer. They give you a shimmer, a good shimmer. And I'm loving all the variations in color. So I'm just going to kind of lay these out randomly, these colors. I don't know if you can see that, but it's just kind of shimmery where I swoop that in. Just wiping off the excess on my canvas. These colors seem to look pretty against each other. Maybe I'm just biased, who knows. But I really like them. Now I put a little bit of this in here too. This is pearl. Oh no, that's just flat paint. Never mind. Moving on. You can see these colors are laying pretty next to each other already. They really complement each other well. Let's see, what else? This is my pearl paint. I have to put it in there just to give it a little bit of shimmer. Kind of mix up the colors a bit. Just randomly putting these in. Boy, that blue is pretty. It's kind of a lot of paint, and I'm aware of that. I don't like to waste paint, but I also want to make sure I get plenty of this color where I need it. And down here, I'm going to pour just a little bit of my sienna. It doesn't take a lot. It just kind of adds color. Well, I'm going to put white down here, white and black probably, a little bit of black. And it just kind of adds the color down at the bottom of the canvas where the swipe occurs. Oh, didn't mean to do that, but I guess I better shake, shake, shake. You can see that hair serum is really has separated. It might be good. It might be good to drag across that paint. We're going to find out. This is rose gold. Put a little bit in between. I don't know why, I'm just stuck on the metallics and golds and different things. So I kind of like it. I like the way it lays on the canvas all by itself. I'm going to put a little bit of black in here. Not too much. I don't want it to take over, but it does give some contrast. I have a lot of paint on the canvas. I'm aware of that. It's probably more than anybody really needs for this. But since I'm just experimenting, why not? So this is just the regular white. I'm gonna add a little pearl white to it also. I'm not impressed with the white I'm using right now, so I'm definitely going to move on to a different brand or a different kind. This is the pearl white. All right. I'm going to torch this just a little bit just because, for no particular reason. I don't necessarily think it needs it, but you never know. Well, maybe it's kind of popping some stuff up here. We'll see what happens. I don't need a lot. I am, however, turning this around because I am going to swipe from the bottom up. All right. So now I have I'm in a paper towel folded in half. I wet the bottom and let it set for a minute. So you can see it's got a light coat of water on it. And I'm going to lay this right here up against the side of my paint, of my canvas, and I'm going to swipe. Wow. I don't really necessarily think I needed the second time, but since it's an experiment, I kind of wanted to see. I'm just kind of dragging it on the sides of the canvas to make sure I get paint down the sides. You can see it's not very much on the paper towel, but it did drag that paint for me. Alrighty. So let's set this aside. Take a look and see what's happening. I'm going to tilt just a little bit so I can get some of that color to run off my edge. And you can see the pastel color is popping through. As the paint kind of rolls off. Just making sure my edges are covered. And this is changing as we go. You can see it's kind of, the colors, the cells are popping through. Some of the pastel colors are popping through. Just making sure the sides have some color on them. And I'm going to torch again. You can see these cells are starting to just really pop through this color. It always amazes me what does come up. And this will probably change a little bit as we go along. For some reason the colors seem to come through more as it dries. They also, I guess because they're still running, because they're still very damp. But that sure is turning out really pretty. It's got some neat specks in it, some neat cells. That copper kind of took over. Lift this up. I think it looks really pretty. I really like the way it's setting up. I'm just kind of moving some of this paint back down to the bottom of my canvas. That copper and gold is really strong. And it looks so pretty. I don't want it to really take over. So I'm just kind of moving it back down to the bottom. and getting some of that paint off of there so that when it dries it won't spread out too much more. It's kind of neat because as it runs off my canvas it looks kind of marbled. You don't have to tilt it. If you like what you see on your first swipe, your first pass, keep it like that. I'm just messing with the color, trying to get more of that pastel to pop up, which you can see it's starting to come through. Just covering these corners. I really like it. I really like the effect it gives me. I'm kind of enjoying this swipe. I'm just pushing this towards the corner. Really pretty color, really pretty effect. You can see it's already changed so much already. And there you have it. There is a fun little pastel pearl paint swipe. And I am loving it. What do you guys think? When this dries, I will take a picture of it and make sure that it, or try to give you an idea of how it dries. Just kind of making sure all my edges are covered. Wow, I really like it. You can see it's starting to change now that I've stopped messing with it. And I think it's neat because you can see the shimmer on my fingertips. Well, guys, if you liked it, try it at home. Try it. See what you can do with it. Oh, I'm sticking my hand in the paint. And there is our pearl paint swipe. Thank you so much for joining me today. Have fun. Bye-bye.